Okay, so I'm out here with Mrs. Comics and Crosses, and she suggested that for our date night, we check out a new comic shop that I have not been to yet here in our city.
That's how much I love my husband.
Our fine city of Sacramento. So I already have 2 awesome comic shops that I go to on the regular now, and this is the 3rd in the top 3 here in Sacramento.
It's true.
Yeah, so we're about to check it out. This place is called Empire's Comics, and we're gonna just have some fun exploring. Okay, so we checked out a new LCS, and I just wanted to get my wife's thoughts. Baby, so what did you think of that LCS?
It was pretty cool. It looked very comfortable and loungy. So I'm assuming post-COVID, pre-COVID, that you could actually sit down and read comic books there.
And what is an LCS, babe?
Local comic shop.
Ooh, I didn't know she was going to get it. I was trying to trap her. All right.
Not today, Mason.
That's hot, babe. That's hot. And what books did I pick up?
Oh, can I pull them out? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can show the people what we got.
Well, all right. It eats what you feed it. Feeds it. What feeds it. What feeds it.
Yeah, found a first printing of that, issue 2.
Nice. And
X-Men.
Not sure. X-Men.
X-Men number 7. This was actually recommended by Killmonger, or Chillmonger, sorry. Chillmonger, when we were being interviewed on Rod the Rican's shout-out show. So he wanted to get my thoughts on it, and I thought I will pick that up, and I will see. Has something to do with X-Men and forming new religion, so definitely worth a read and worth some discussion. So of all the dates we've been on, would this comic shop date be by far the best?
No.
The world was not ready for that level of honesty, babe. You're supposed to say yes. Oh my God, being in the comic shop was so awesome. Was this date in the comic shop the best date of all the dates that we have been on thus far?
Babe, it was so awesome. It was the best date we've ever had. That's pretty good, right?
Well, I'm convinced. I guess that means we'll have to go to the comic shop more on dates, if not on every date.
Wow, okay, that's a little aggressive.
That's what it tells me. I don't know. What is it like being married to a comic book fan?
It's a great question. I just noticed that when you're supposed to be working, you're at the comic book store. Or in between uploading videos, you're reading. So you're more busy.
This is all subject to interpretation. In fact, I might just have to put that disclaimer at the bottom of the screen.
No, I will say that you've been way more creative. He's been way more creative lately. I love seeing you starting up the Comics and Crosses, and just kind of this whole idea being birthed out of your love for, Jesus and comic books. And I honestly never thought that could be in the same sentence, but it's pretty cool that you're doing your thing. So that's been fun.
Pretty cool is what I heard. Something she never thought could happen. I also heard creativity. Wow. Whatever's going on here with these comic books sounds like a win.
Okay, honey. So what would be your favorite comic book that you've read this week?
Oh, Okay, this week, well, I read Volume 1 of Philadelphia. That ended up being pretty good, pretty darn good.
Nice.
I made a review video on it. But let's see, for a single book, okay, so it's not Wednesday yet. So this week, I read Bliss. Actually, I read 2 and 3. I was catching up on Bliss, and that book I freaking love.
Yeah, you were texting me about that one. You really liked that one.
I'd have to give that 5 out of 5 crosses, if that's a thing. Yeah, Bliss is freaking awesome.
Comics and crosses.
Yeah, comics and crosses. There's one. My wife's got the other one.
2.
There it is. 2 crosses. See, so it's not false advertisement. Bliss is just beautiful. The artwork is great by, I think it's Caitlin Yarsky.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. So are you. And Sean Lewis is writing it, and it reminds me of, I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like Black Mirror, how it's discussing things that are kind of like very real, very human, but in a high concept setting,
right.
Obviously where there's this drug that makes you cry out your bad memories. I mean, that's obviously very high concept, but it tackles addiction, fatherhood. I mean, the weight of being a father, and
very relatable. It sounds like
providing for a family. Yeah, I mean, it's relatable. It's it's a comic book.
So that would be like your favorite so far this week, because it's not releasing what is it called when you go
New Comic Book Day.
New Comic Book Day.
The old NCBD. Yeah.
There you go. NCBD. How could I not know that?
It's the best day of the week. Or 2 days if you count DC's.
Yes. Okay, last question before we have to get our kids. If you could pick like any of like the superheroes, like like Thor has like that thingy. Yes, that thing.
Mm-hmm.
What would be like your weapon of choice?
That's a good one. I think I would have to say a Green Lantern ring.
Okay, not what I expected. Not what I wasn't expecting that.
Okay, because like right now, if you look the camera this way, just check out the traffic we're in. Yeah, see, if I had a Green Lantern ring, I'd make a giant hammer and I'd smash the car in front and knock them out of the way. That's what I always think of.
It's getting aggressive.
No, but I mean, it's very useful. I could make a giant hammer. I could make lots of other helpful things. Really, anything my mind could think of.
That is pretty cool.
There's no limit. I mean, I could,
Yeah, I'd make maybe like a little airplane and just fly over all these cars.
Okay,
could I do that?
Yeah, you could do that actually.
But then I'd have to fly it.
And we'd have to abandon the car, and then who knows what would happen to our car.
Okay. On to the next one.
Yeah, Green Lantern rings don't make tow truck bills go away, so.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
No matter how much willpower you got.
Okay. Have any comic books ever made you cry?
That's a good question. So Bliss did. Like issue 2, or maybe I think it was issue 2. The guy's kid is like asking him what he does, and just the 3 panels just showing the dad's like progression of emotion overtaking him. Man, freaking beautiful and like dark and just painful. I thought that was very profound, and then and then him running out. And so Bliss, that's a very recent comic, made me cry. I was talking about on Lost in Comics during the Night's End, after Nightfall, when Bruce Wayne is trying to come back and be Batman again. So Bane has broken his back, and he's like trying to reobtain the mantle of Batman, take it back from the crazy dude he left in charge.
I think you told me
which
about
didn't
this
make a lot of sense. It was just kind of set up right before it happened. And anyway, so he keeps going to this ledge in Gotham, and like he's trying to jump off this ledge, and he's done it a million times, but he can't do it. And he knows that when he's able to jump again and like shoot his batarang and do his thing, that he'll be Batman, he'll be back. And I thought that was very have been a single tear.
That was just one
When he
tear.
finally did it, it's like, single tear. You go, Bruce Wayne, you go.
Nice.